Welcome back to the podcast. Let me start with a question. Why do some people spend their whole lives working hard, yet never escape financial struggle, while others seem to build wealth almost effortlessly? Robert Kiyosaki answers this paradox in his best-selling book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's not about luck. It's not about a high salary. It's about mindset, education, and how we understand money. Kiyosaki grew up with two father figures. His real father, the poor dad, an educated man who believed in traditional paths of success: study hard, get good grades, find a stable job. And his best friend's father, the rich dad, who never finished high school, but became a wealthy businessman by thinking differently about money. This clash of ideas shaped Kiyosaki's philosophy. And in today's episode, we'll break down the key lessons that can transform how you see wealth and maybe change the way you live forever. Stay until the end, because one idea here could be the turning point in your financial life. Poor Dad believed the way to succeed was to get a job, climb the ladder, and earn a bigger paycheck. Rich Dad, on the other hand, said something radical. The rich don't work for money, money works for them. The trap most people fall into is chasing a salary. But when you depend only on a paycheck, fear controls you. Fear of losing the job, fear of not paying the bills. Rich Dad taught Kiyosaki to see opportunities instead of security. He said, don't just work for money. Build assets that generate money. That's the mindset shift. So ask yourself, are you working for money, or is your money working for you? Poor Dad valued school, degrees, and formal education. Rich Dad valued financial education, the kind you never learn in school. Schools prepare us to be employees, not entrepreneurs or investors. We learn math, literature, and history, but not how to manage money, invest, or understand assets and liabilities. Rich Dad insisted that financial literacy is freedom. Without it, no matter how much you earn, you'll always be broke. And that leads to Kiyosaki's most famous lesson: the rich buy assets, the poor buy liabilities, and they don't even know the difference. This is the heart of the book. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket, like investments, real estate, businesses, or intellectual property. A liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket, like car loans, mortgages, if they don't generate income, or unnecessary expenses. Most people mistake liabilities for assets. They buy a bigger house or a new car thinking it's wealth, but it's actually draining their income. Rich Dad's rule was simple: focus on building assets. Reduce liabilities. That's the true path to financial independence. So, what's in your pocket right now? Assets or liabilities disguised as success? Poor Dad believed in job security. Rich Dad believed in creating opportunities. The rich understand that wealth is built through entrepreneurship, investments, and calculated risks. Fear stops most people from trying. But Rich Dad taught Kiyosaki that mistakes are the best teachers. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" he asked, "What can I learn?" Security might feel safe, but it often keeps you trapped. Freedom comes from courage. Kiyosaki emphasizes that wealth is not about money, it's about mindset. Poor Dad thought, "I can't afford it." Rich Dad asked, "How can I afford it?" One shuts the door, the other opens possibilities. The rich train their minds to see opportunities. They don't run from problems. They use problems as fuel for innovation and growth. Your financial life depends less on the money you make and more on how you think about money. So, how can we apply Rich Dad, Poor Dad right now? 1. Invest in financial education. Read, learn, and understand how money works. 2. Buy assets, not liabilities. Focus on things that generate income. 3. Create multiple streams of income. Don't rely on just one paycheck. 4. Embrace risk and learning. Failure is a teacher, not an enemy. 5. Shift your mindset. Don't chase money. Build systems that let money chase you. Rich Dad, Poor Dad isn't just a book about money. It's about freedom. It's about choosing a mindset that breaks you free from the rat race and puts you on the path to independence. So I'll leave you with this. Are you living like Poor Dad, working for money and chasing security? Or will you step into the mindset of Rich Dad, where money works for you and your life becomes your own? If this episode inspired you, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below with the next book you'd love us to explore.